I just can't give it up. Yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy D Nolly, aka Don Squally, and in today's video, we are back at it with an RX350 installment. So if you guys can tell from the title of this video, we are going to be doing a Resonator delete on the RX. I was going to wait until the weather warmed up, but I got it in here doing the rear brakes on this thing. And if you guys saw my video where we built the intake box, it's working fantastic, but it really muffles the sound that we were getting out of the intake. And, you know, I'm a car guy. I got to have some sort of noise coming when I'm punching on it. This thing just lacks a little bit of excitement. So while the thing is up in the air, I figured I would show you guys what I'm going to be doing. We're in the middle of a massive snowstorm right here in Canada. So I was doing some research online of exhaust systems for the RX, and I don't want this thing to be super loud. I just want to have a little bit of a purr when we're getting on it. And I was having trouble seeing what a Resonator delete would sound like. Now I found a 4th gen RX that had a Resonator delete, but I later found out through just a little bit of research that it was a muffler delete. And for those of you guys who are unaware, I'm going to be deleting this rear Resonator right here. Now the muffler on this one is actually in the middle here. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not expecting this thing to make any difference. Usually those resonators there are just an addition to the muffler. I deleted the resonator off of my Altima, kept the mufflers, did absolutely nothing. But it is the easiest thing to remove off of this car rather than having to get underneath and cut off the big muffler there. So we're going to be removing the rear resonator on this thing, because like I say, there's not a whole lot of exhaust videos with the 3rd gen RX, and the exhaust videos that are on YouTube, they don't exactly specify what they're cutting off. So I'm showing you guys, I'm going to be removing the rear resonator on this thing, replacing it with a straight pipe. And with any luck, we'll get a little bit of extra sound here. I guess we'll do is just do a quick, I'm not going to rev it too much because the engine is cold. So now I don't know if you guys can tell, but this thing is most definitely a quiet luxury vehicle. That being said, I'm going to go ahead, chop this thing off, and I'll let you guys know what it sounds like. Alrighty, so I've got the muffler chopped off and just sitting sideways here. I figured before I take it off of the actual mount, I might as well fire it up and see what it sounds like. Like I say, if it doesn't sound good, she's getting re-welded up, and this video will be deleted. So let's have a little listen here. Well, as you guys can hear, it definitely did something. Now with exhaust modifications on my cars, I always want more. I'm always like, it isn't enough, we can do better. I'm gonna try not to do that to this car because obviously it's a luxury vehicle, and it should sound relatively quiet, but I'm just getting sick and tired of hearing BMWs and like AMG Mercedes fly by me, and you know, this thing just doesn't sound anything. It's just quiet. So I'm gonna go ahead, remove the muffler completely. I've got my piece of pipe here, which I took off of the Tundra. That's basically the hook that goes around to shoot it out the side, which I did a dump behind the axle, as you guys know, when we put on the cutouts. Considering doing the cutouts to this thing when I really want it to rip, but I'm gonna put this on here right now. We're going to drive it around, see if I need more. Hopefully I don't. And yeah, once I get this thing welded up, I'll let you guys know what it looks like, man. Alrighty, so it's been about an hour since the last clip, and I've got the exhaust pipe welded up. So this is my first time welding with a welder with gas, and it's a little tricky. The welds kind of drip after I'm done welding, but I basically have it dumping out the side here. Now initially the stock pipe came down right around here. I got the fake exhaust tips on here. As you can see, these are off of like a Peugeot or something like that. I'm going to be painting this whole thing black here in a few minutes. Now I'm looking up and under, but if you're looking at it from behind, that's basically what you're going to see, is that little pipe dumping right there. And even though you can see the exhaust pipe more than I wanted, I didn't want it to be up too much, because when I'm idling, sitting in traffic, warming up the car, I don't want any fumes getting inside of the vehicle. And just with this section of pipe, with the way that it bends, it's kind of the only way that I can have it without risking burning my plastic fake exhaust tips there. But I'm pretty happy with the way everything turned out. Aside from the way this welder is welding, I gotta just either get used to the gas, or just I gotta really get some proper electrical in here, because I'm just running this off of an extension cord here. But what I think I'm gonna do is clean this up with some acetone, give it a nice spray black so it doesn't look quite as visible. I'm going to throw the tires back on here because I still haven't done that. And I'm thinking the next clip that we jump into here be us warming this thing up, doing some revs, and then taking it for a drive and seeing exactly how it sounds. So I'm pretty pumped. I hope you guys are too. I'm hoping I'm going to be content with this, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. Under the bridge highway merge here. Okay, so I just took it for a nice little drive. As you can see, we threw in some pulls from inside the car, and a quick little rev clip there from outside of the vehicle. And when it comes to exhaust modifications, you always kind of want just a little bit more. And I think one of the big things about this car is that from inside, the vehicle's just designed to drive really quietly. So you really can't even tell that anything's done when you're driving from the inside. But definitely from the outside, as you guys could tell from those little revs there, it definitely sounds a lot louder. Has a little bit of pops there when we get up to the higher RPMs as well. So I'm going to see if I might be able to get a couple flybys, maybe a couple outside driving clips in a next video. But for sure, for nothing, for what it cost me, I'm definitely happy. I think driving experience from the inside isn't a huge difference, but from the outside, I think it's definitely going to sound a little bit nicer than stock. When you're doing pulls from the inside, surprisingly, even with the cold air intake inside the box, I can actually hear the intake quite a bit more from the inside, but that could also be because of where the exhaust pipe is dumping behind the passenger side rear wheel there. But I did want to make this video, like I say, to show you guys exactly what deleting that small rear resonator will do. Gonna drive it for a little while, see if I'm content with the way that this sounds, and if not, who knows, man, maybe we'll make some modifications to this exhaust in the near future. But with that being said, I am your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, and as always, I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and we're gonna catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace.